Test Drive with Graeme Fletcher.
Many of you will remember the Datsun 240Z. Well, this week on Test Drive we're looking at the Nissan 240SX. Although very similar in name, in nature it's totally different. However, it shares the common rear-wheel drive platform, and that is to Nissan's credit.
The 240 is offered in two body styles. We chose the fastback for testing. The appearance, while very stylish, is almost generic because you can mistake the 240 for any one of a number of vehicles. The front end has been Porsche-ified, as I like to call it, because of the way they flared the fenders. And when you turn the headlights on, say goodbye to the nice aerodynamic shape because it's destroyed. Nissan's new multi-link rear suspension used 4 arms to control each wheel. Their geometry and range of movement make the 240SX extremely nimble and easy to control. The car is well balanced and handling is as near neutral as you're going to get it.
Now we're on the skid pan, we're going to run the Nissan through the cones and find out if Nissan really did do as good a job as they claim on their multi-link rear suspension. One thing that's evident is that it sits very smooth, and it's surprising. It's almost like driving a little go-kart because it's so forgiving. We're about to shatter the peace and quiet of the countryside. We're going to try the Nissan up to 100 kilometers an hour. So if you hang on, we're ready. There you have it, 9.4 seconds, which is quick. The 2.4 litre 12 valve certainly does its stuff. Should be interesting to see how the brakes actually perform with the decelerometer on. Very nice. We're going to be in and around 95 feet. That was very smooth, very efficient.
Both the heater and the radio controls are well placed and easy to use, and I did like the use of the universal symbols on the heater controls to indicate what they do. Typical of most sports coupes, the rear seat in the 240 is difficult to get to, and once seated there is virtually no legroom and very limited headroom. However, it does provide plentiful storage, especially when you remove the parcel shelf and fold the rear seat down. As you can probably hear, I caught a cold in the country, so we came into the warm and to the Toronto Auto Show. My pet peeve with the 240 is not so much with the speedometer, but the location of it. I've put it in a subordinate place, and it should never be put there. The speedo has to be the dominant gauge. That aside, let's go to the scoreboard and see how I rated the rest of this very capable car. The stops were stable and predictable, and the option of the anti-lock brake system is certainly a good one. At 9.4 seconds to the 100 mark, there's certainly no shortage of power, and I was pleasantly surprised by just how smooth this large 4-cylinder is. The only way to describe the way the 240 handles is excellent. Nissan have done a great job with their new multi-link rear suspension. I awarded a very high 9 out of 10. Generally, the 240 is a quiet car at 70 decibels, although there was a slight exhaust drone evident on the car we tested. 7 out of 10. During our test, the 240 returned a very respectable average of 29 miles per gallon, or 9.74 litres per 100 kilometres. I was extremely impressed, and so 8 out of 10 goes to the 240.